Yeah, so as usual, I haven't really had the energy to make videos lately. I've been watching a lot of videos, I've been leaving comments, but that tends to be something I vacillate on, I guess, now that I noticed, where it seems I'm either making videos or watching videos and like leaving comments, but not usually both at the same time, at least not anymore. But, you know, overall, I've just been exhausted with everything, and I've kind of been in this trap of caffeination where for a long time I haven't had any energy just in general. And so, you try to use caffeine to kind of, have some energy to do anything, but it doesn't really do much for me. So then you take more, and, I've built a tolerance to the point of where, I could take eight caffeine pills, 10 caffeine pills. That's like 1.6, 2,000, like 1.6 to 2 grams of caffeine. That's a lot of fucking caffeine. And, like an hour later, fall asleep. And it's like, it's too much caffeine to take. Like, not just wasted because it's not even doing anything for me, but you just get the side effects. So I just fall asleep and then wake up with my heart feeling like it's like 1,000 beats per minute or whatever. And so I've been trying to kind of like reset myself on the caffeine, which naturally means I have even less energy than normal. And so, I don't know. The world is just a fucking piece of shit rock in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's just a fucking desolate prison universe. But, you know, the lack of energy I have, it's not depression or anything. Like I've had like serious depression in my life. I know what that feels like, and that's not what this is. This is just a fucking general lack of energy. It gets to a point you're just fucking tired, you know, and the world's a fucking dead end anyway. So you just, you know, you're like, what's the point of putting the energy into needless bullshit? And maybe that's part of the point. And, I see a lot of stuff going on with the gender wars, the fucking, alphabet wars, culture wars, whatever the fuck. And I might have had more to say about that sitting here, but like right at this exact moment, I kind of doubt it. I'm mostly just sitting here trying to just, zone out. But, the world just gets in my way on everything. And it's only possible with these fucking primates and their little social collusion, their little fucking prison societies. And there's so much baked into that, like preconceptions and this and that. It's all just begging the question. And, when I'm a little bit more animated about it, yeah, I'll post the 10 paragraph comment on the YouTube video about like whatever, about how, look, you're just ignoring all the fucking stuff, like the real issues or whatever. Nobody gives a shit. Humans, they like it like that, but to the extent they feel they benefit, right? So they talk about equality and all this other BS, but in reality they want exclusion because they want to feel special. And they like social groups not for a sense of belonging, but to be able to tell someone else that they don't belong. And of course they want it, whoever's being told that can't be them, of course, right? Otherwise they get mad about it. And It's just stupid to not even have video games, to not have to think about anything anymore. And humans are just a defunct species. It's not bad enough it's a bunch of corporate terrorism shit. It's got to be fucking, identity politics or whatever. And of course, they're all the same. They're all doing playing the same game, but they act like they're on different sides or whatever. And, that's part of it too. Fundamentally, they facilitate the same ends. So really, they're on the same side. Or I guess you say there is no side. But, I watched a video on GTA 6. I think it just got uploaded. I guess technically yesterday now, but talking about how some fucking bank like U.S. Bank or whatever is saying that gamers totally need to pay $80 for the next GTA game, and of course the tone deafness is just all around. So motherfuckers naturally are like, well, that's bullshit. Like, who cares what you want for the fucking game? What about what we want, right? And then I seen this one guy that thinks he's a genius or whatever. And it's like, no, you guys don't get it. These banks give these loans to these companies, and you know, basically, he said what I already knew. Like, I basically commented this. Like, I'll do my comments first, generally, and then scroll through if I'm looking at comments and like reply if I feel. I don't ever go back to them. I don't give a shit if anybody replied to what I said. But you know, the way I said in my initial comment was, you know, these mega corporations want to take out all these loans that they can't pay back, and then they expect us to subsidize their stupid decisions, their bad decisions. And it's like, so you want to punish me for you fucking up? This is such a joke. Because I mean, think about it. Like, if I took out these games cost $500 million now. It's like if I took out a $200 million loan or whatever, blew all the money, and was like, all right, guys, I need all of you to give me $80 so I can pay back the bank. You tell me to fuck off, right? So, like I said, basically that much, and then I seen the guy that thinks he's like the genius saying something nobody knew yet. But like I told him, that's not the point. It's not about what the bank thinks the game needs to cost because they gave them the loan or whatever to pay back or like whatever. It's about us and the fact we're the ones fucking paying for it, right? Like, when else do you ever see that somebody takes out a loan but you pay it for them? Like that. It's not about that. It's like these games maybe should fucking make games they can afford to make. And why does a game have hundreds of millions of dollar fucking budgets anyway? They all suck. It's like back when games were $10 million, they were amazing, right? Or $1 million. Like some of the best movies of all time, they had budgets of fucking hundreds of thousands or a million or like whatever. Chump change compared to what they expect to fucking spend on them nowadays, and it's not worth anything. And like I told that guy, like I don't give a fuck if some fucking corporate CEO is not going to be able to stuff his fucking mattress with extra $1,000 bills this quarter. Who gives a fuck what they want? But it's all a charade because it's no different than other. Like, what's the difference with any other group? Like, they might as well be saying power to the gamers. I mean, isn't that like a fucking one of those websites, gaming websites? They said like power to the players. Yeah, like we have any sort of collective bargaining, or like if we did that meant anything. But I mean, fundamentally, you idiots will pay for it. Like, you are the whale. It doesn't really matter if oh, this guy over here spent $20,000 on the game, and like those are the ones that they like really, but you're the base level for that idiot to exist. And I noticed that now motherfuckers are calling games where when you buy the game, you get the whole game. They're calling those premium purchases. It's like, no, dude, that's not premium. That's just regular. You pay $50 for it, even 60's pushing it, and you get the fucking game. Not this on disc DLC, or we didn't put half the game there to sell you as expansion packs later. No, I pay you for everything one time, and that better be good enough. That's not premium, that's just baseline. You know, it's just stupid, like how much these motherfuckers can really do their fucking, Overton window fucking, creeping normality bullshit to just get motherfuckers to accept anything. And then the only time they'll bring it up is, when they're like shrieking about how like trannies exist or fags exist or whatever. And it's just funny to see how it's exactly what I was saying like 10, 15 years ago, you know, even on YouTube, on previous alts, like 10 years ago and all that, that, you know, motherfuckers, they're okay with the bigotry and all this other shit till it affects them. And I even said that, yeah, once they start removing white motherfuckers or stray motherfuckers from video games or movies or whatever, that's when they'll get mad about it. And it's just, I both love and hate to see this world be exactly just the result. It's not, you don't even predict anything. You just point out where the shit's headed, right? Like if shit is rolling down a hill, like it doesn't take a genius to say, oh, look, that's the thing that's happening. And it's like, everything's just like falling off a cliff. And you're not predicting anything. You're just pointing out the obvious that eventually it's going to hit the fucking bottom. And, not even rock bottom like junkies talk about, but just a matter of physics. Eventually it's not going to work anymore. And then, nobody's going to be willing to buy their game for the price they're expecting to make up. And it's like, well, fuck, you should have just spent $10 million on it and made a game worth playing, and then you would have made fucking 1,000 times fucking profit or whatever. But it's not even a profit motive, it's just a greed motive. And it doesn't even matter what fake, fucking social ism you want to staple on it, fake economic shit, whatever shit, it's all the same. It's just a bunch of collusionary apes that want more for themselves at your expense. And so they gotta fucking infiltrate even, fucking video games. That was part of what I said on the gta6 video. It's like all the games worth owning I already bought like 15, 20 years ago. Like if they wanted money, maybe they should try making video games that don't suck. Because that's the thing. If GTA 6 ever comes out, because I mean it's been 10 years, it's going to suck. I don't care what they put in it, it's going to suck. And like as I said, like this is a homosexual that's been inflicted by these alphabet terrorists. If they put pride parades and shit in the game, you better let me run their asses the fuck over. That's another problem because it's coming up on that time of the fucking year, and all I'm thinking is if I gotta fucking go anywhere, you better get the fuck out of my way. You know why? Because these faggots never gave a fuck about me. And so if the game tanks because of the pandering bullshit, good, fuck them. But I'm not doing the hamster wheel shit. All the games worth having I already got. And GTA 5 sucked, GTA 4 sucked. The last GTA that was any good was GTA 3, and that's the only one of the modern 3D games that was actually made by the original developers. I just thought that was a nice coincidence that that's the only good one. So I don't know why you motherfuckers are worried about another one anyway, but yeah. I'm about out of the 15 minutes on this one. Yeah, fuck modern gaming and the fucking just, gender chomo politics, whatever bullshit. Fuck all you humans. You all suck.